Hello, welcome here. I'm shooting this video in Passau, sitting in Tesla Model 3 waiting for charging. I'm actually on a relatively long trip going back to Romania, similar like last year. But this year, let's say the challenge is more, how do I still make it, let's say, free to get to Romania? Last year I had Tesla supercharging, some credits that was for free, covering Germany and Austria, and then Hungary and Romania. It was free back then. Let's see if this year is still free. So as I said, I'm in Passau, and yeah, I started this trip quite early, somewhere around 2:30 a.m. with a plan to charge the car for free somewhere close to Frankfurt. I think it's called Eschborn. But they open at 7 o'clock a.m. So I miscalculated a little bit. I should have started a bit later. But I said, instead of waiting at the supermarket for the charging stalls to open, then I rather drive a little bit slow, and that's what I did. And yeah, I think the let's say consumption was quite impressive, but I was driving somewhere like around 100 110 at some point, and then there were also some traffic jams. And yeah, I managed to charge at Lidl. Thank you for that, Lidl. I also had breakfast. But yeah, not without troubles. This charger is supposed to be 350 kilowatts to deliver 350 kilowatts power, but yeah, they barely deliver 44 or 45, something like that. They're supposed to work like in pairs, so two charging spots per charger, but actually only one of them was working yeah, simultaneous. And then other chargers, because actually the parking lot was full at some point, they could deliver somewhere around 24, 25, but I was lucky there to be quite early. Initially the charger did not start. I guess I think it was 5 or 10 minutes after 7, and they were not starting up yet, and there was someone else there trying to initiate a charging session, and I actually ended up talking with that guy for about 1.5 hours. The charger was displaying always like my state of charge 93%. I don't know why. And then actually when I went to the store to buy some pastry for the breakfast, someone thought that I'm almost full, and they even stopped my charging session, which I didn't like it. So, and then I lost there some additional time. But in total, I think I lost probably an hour addition of what I would normally lose if I would just stop at the Tesla supercharger. As I said, now I'm in Passau. I'm at Aldi Sud, and I'm charging right now with 37 kilowatts. Not too bad, I would say, and I'll probably need to stay here a bit less than an hour. It's an hour until 100%, and that should be enough to bring me to the accommodation tonight. I will sleep over somewhere at the border between Austria and Hungary. But look at this consumption here. Yeah, for the full leg, for the full trip, 890 kilometers, 126 kilowatt hour per kilometer, and on the last stretch, 122 kilowatt hour per kilometer. But this time it was not because I wanted to drive slow, but just because it was full of traffic jam. At least it was good that I was not staying or standing still. It was still moving, but at some point I think I was driving 30 kilometers an hour, and then for the last stretch of about 60 kilometers, the navigation brought me through a detour via these B roads. Yeah, I think there were only really few sections where, let's say, I could maybe drive a little bit faster than I did. But yeah, impressive consumption, I would say, so far. So let's see. I think the challenge is so far it's let's say accomplished. Let's see what I find tomorrow in Hungary, and let's see how the traffic looks like, because now for the next 300 almost 380 kilometers, it says yeah, it's about 5 hours, but maybe, oh yeah, yes, it's because it says avoid tolls. Yeah, okay, now it should be better. Okay, it should be about 4 hours. So let's see how the traffic is. Yeah, charging now with 50 kilowatts. I will do a short update when I will get to the accommodation, and yeah, similar tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I arrived at the hotel here at the border between Austria and Hungary just a few minutes ago, and yeah, let's review the stats for today. Yeah, on the last stretch, you can see I did about 100 kilometers an hour in average. Yeah, there has been some traffic jam. I think between Linz and Vienna, I could have probably speed up a little bit more. But yeah, there were. I don't think I would have gained that much, because there were actually many cars that yeah, they will keep on passing me. Maybe they also stop more often, I don't know. But impressive statistics of today. So 120 watt hour per kilometer on the last stretch, 124 for the full stretch, and you can also see the all-time average has dropped by 2 watt hour per kilometer already now. As usual, I recorded the statistics also in Scan My Tesla. You probably also notice a difference here between the current trip and since last charge, because I stopped to buy the vignetta for Austria. Apparently, if you buy it online, it becomes available only after some days, and yeah, I was too late to buy that. But I experienced a massive queue for, let's say, petrol cars at gas stations. I'm not sure. Maybe it's something to do with the pricing there. But yeah, let's see if I capture something with the sentry, with the cameras around the car. But yeah, impressive. And then yeah, who says that you can fill a petrol car so, let's say, quick and so easy? Anyway, that's for today. It's time for goulash, and a shower and goulash. Tomorrow morning departure somewhere around 7:30, 8 o'clock for another 1,000 kilometers or so. I think there will be a small change in plan. I will actually end this video in Bucharest, not in my hometown, just because I need to pick my family from the airport. But stay tuned to see what do we experience tomorrow. Hello, good morning. Yeah, I started about 30 minutes ago, and I'm here at the supercharger in Győr. And let me show you what they did. They converted the station in let's say a V3, so 250 kilowatts power, and they added 4 stalls. If you remember last year, there was a queue in here. So I can actually top up here. The car was suggesting me to top up in Torokbalint. It's somewhere close to Budapest, and actually over there there are more stations. But while I'm here, yeah, I would say why not? I only need a little bit. The car was kind of, yeah, I don't have it here, but I left with about 60%, and there was about 330 kilometers to go, so it was a bit of too much of a stretch. I could make it, but yeah, why bother? So I will top up here 10-15 minutes, and then we go to Szeged. Driving on Budapest ring road. Yeah, I think I spent there in Győr for supercharging something like 10-12 minutes, and I charged 21%, more than enough to reach Szeged. Let's see how the trip meter looks like now. Yeah, a little bit higher consumption. I think also because the car was cooling down a bit, the battery, and it seems like I also have some crosswind. But yeah, I have to correct a little bit one aspect, because I think the car was suggesting to charge here at Torokban in Budapest. Most likely because I would arrive with a much lower state of charge, and then the car will charge much faster. But so it's optimized for speed, but it's not all just about speed, isn't it? So I'm fine with that. And actually, oh, I think that Tesla, I think that Tesla in front got some sort of phantom braking or so, because he suddenly brake. But okay, I was on autopilot. I didn't get that. Anyway, so what would be nice to have in a Tesla is actually an option to limit the speed of the charging. I know they might not want that on the on the Tesla superchargers, just because, yeah, obviously you will keep them busy a little bit, or you keep them more than you would normally keep them busy. But yeah, for the battery, I'm not sure how healthy it is to charge 200 plus kilowatts. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, on my way, let me see. Yeah, that's another 1.5 hours to Szeged, to the supercharger over there. The plan will be there to charge 95%, and that should give me enough to reach Sibiu, which is about, I think it's below 400 kilometers. So yeah, with this good efficiency, I should reach it with no problem. I arrived here in Szeged about 5 minutes ago with 17% state of charge. Now you can see it's 24. I'm charging with 126 kilowatts at the moment. This is a V2 charging station, and actually they extended it. I see they add 4 more stalls, comparing with last year. But look, it's still free, so I'm charging for free. By the looks of it, I will be here for something like another 30-40 minutes. Let's see consumption and the statistics of this trip so far. So today I consume a little bit more. I think it's something to do with a slightly higher speed and a little bit of let's say crosswind, but not too bad. Almost 1,600 kilometers on this journey. 126 watts hour per kilometer. By the way, yeah, you can calculate the average speed was slightly above 100 kilometers an hour. But man, people are doing crazy things on the highway. I think I captured something with the onboard camera. I'll try to add it here, but really crazy people, and that's only one incident I captured. But no wonder why many accidents happen. It's not all just about speed and time. So yeah, this trip, it's about let's say consumption, relax, take it easy. So I'm driving generally on highway, not to the top speed, but let's say not slow poke to let's say annoy people. But yeah, easygoing. I'm here in my I feel like in my living room, to be honest. Good music, nice weather. I'm enjoying this time. Okay, the plan for from here will be cross border with Romania. I think in about an hour or so after I leave from here. Let's see how the queue would be there, and then Arad, and then Sibiu. So I will be supercharging again in Sibiu. But now I need a break, so I will go here in there is a shopping center here. Yeah, in this trip I'm also monitoring the battery degradation with let's say two tools. TesLab is telling me at the moment that I can do with a full charge, or it's estimating I can do 526 kilometers. I think originally it was 534. And actually a Better Route Planner is also making an estimation, and at the moment it looks like 2.7% degradation. But I'll make other videos about degradation and how is it calculated by each of these two. I came back from the store here, and what I noticed is that the car is not hovering as much cooling like last year. That's kind of interesting. If I look at scan my Tesla, I can see, yeah, the car allows the battery to go to 59 degrees, and it's not really cooling that aggressively as it used to be. And there is another Tesla over there, and actually it's Model 3, and it's the same. It's not hovering as much, and yeah, it's 27, 28 degrees outside in the sun here. Normally you will hear a lot of hovering, so actually Tesla might have changed something in the settings for the cooling. I don't know what that really does. Definitely something to do with the overall energy consumption, which, yeah, you are not using that for cooling. I learned my lesson from last year when I overheated the battery, and I'm not using the air condition while supercharging, especially on such hot days. I just let the car there and have a walk. Talking about walking, there is one thing that I would really like this car to have, is actually ventilated seats. Yeah, I don't know, that leather is a little bit sweaty, so yeah, my back is most of the time wet within 2-3 hours of driving. Then you get that in the back. But yeah, so far nothing to complain about. The trip continues. Here I am waiting to cross the border with Romania. And a short update. You can see the current trip and the last 58 kilometers. Let's see, the consumption was a little bit higher than usual. And it's not because of the speed, but I still believe it's because the car is trying to cool down. Not that aggressively anymore. When I stopped, suddenly I could see the inlet temperature went a little bit high, and also the flow that goes into the battery. You see now it's 4 liters per minute. At some point, just after I left, the battery was at 59 degrees Celsius, and the inlet temperature was 34. So definitely, and by the way, the flow was somewhere around 20 liters per minute. So yeah, it was trying definitely to cool the battery. That's the effect of it. And as a result, now the car is telling me that yeah, I will only arrive with 1%, just because probably the car is estimating based on the last consumption. But I will make it, and I will probably make it with about 10% of the destination. So I'm not really worried about. I just exit Arad. Yeah, I'm in a small town here. Yeah, 3 hours to go from here to Sibiu, and you can see the car now, let's see, readjusted the estimations. it says I will arrive with 15%. Let's see. There'll be 3 hours of, let's say, fun driving now. No more highway. I think 1 hour will still be highway, but something like 150 kilometers will be just normal roads through the mountains. So I look forward to that. Recording in Sibiu right now at a Tesla supercharger. Here are the stats. I arrived with 9%. Yeah, on the last stretch the car consumed somehow a little bit high. I think it's mainly because it has been extremely hot, something like 30-31 degrees. So I guess the car consumed more for cooling. Quite some heavy wind, and also for the last stretch the car was let's say preconditioning for fast charging. Right now charging with 185 kilowatts. I assume it's still free. Let's have a look. Yeah, same story here. And then let me show you this once again. So 142 for the last stretch, almost 2000 kilometers, 129 watt-hour per kilometer. So not too bad. I will stay here for about 45 minutes, 90% or so. Yeah, I just left Sibiu supercharger. I stayed there 40 minutes, charging from 9% to 90%. I could have stayed a little bit longer because actually the car was ready and I need to rush with my food. But yeah, it is what it is. I figured a little bit why for that last stretch was the consumption was a little bit higher. I could hear on radio that it's extremely high wind. Yeah, I'm not sure that's really visible, but it's relatively high wind. And then there were some flags earlier, and then I could see that they were yeah, blowing. The wind is blowing from my head, so maybe that's why. But now for the last leg, I will have the same, so that will not really help. What will maybe help is that from Szeged to Sibiu, you're actually climbing a bit. Sibiu, it's 400 something meters in altitude. Anyway, I'm stuck in a traffic jam here, and actually my normal route supposed to be this way to go to Bucharest. That was a new route that I wanted to try with this car. However, apparently there's an accident there, and yeah, traffic jam for about 2 hours or so. I hope I can get out of this one relatively fast, because it's in 2.2 kilometers. That's a lot. Yeah, let's see. It says I will be in Bucharest at the supercharger. I will just charge there to top up my car in 4 hours and a half, with 34% state of charge. But yeah, let's hope I'm quickly out of this traffic jam. I'm here at Bucharest Otopeni Airport. I'm waiting for my family to arrive, and that gives me the opportunity to let's say shoot a bit of a review of the whole trip. Yeah, the last stretch was a bit of a nightmare, full of traffic. Yeah, for about 2 hours we're standstill, more or less. So 290 kilometers in 6 hours and 21 minutes. I guess the good part is consumption, 118 watt hour per kilometer. Yeah, here are the stats for the trip. You see 2,262 kilometers with an average consumption of 127, and all that was free. I will put here I will put a small table with a comparison with how was the consumption last year versus this year, but let's say high level calculation, it's about 30% less than last year. So if you're not driving aggressive and let's say not push it with no limits in Germany, yeah, you can reduce about 30% fuel, and I guess also cost or fuel energy. Or you put it the other way around. If you drive, let's say, aggressive, then that's 40% more. Now, as I said, all that was free thanks to Lidl in Germany and Aldi, and thanks to Tesla in Hungary and Romania. But you might wonder what would it be if it wouldn't be free, right? So because I guess at some point, yeah, all these superchargers will not be free in Hungary and Romania. I see that coming soon because I've actually seen a lot of Teslas. Also Lidl and Aldi. Yeah, I was a bit lucky to get a spot to charge, and I'm also sure that they will stop having that available for free. But anyway, if I would have paid, so you see, it's I consumed 288 kilowatt hour for the 2,262 kilometers, and I will do an average of, let's say, 0.4 let's say euro per kilowatt hour. That's about 115 euros. Okay, there will be some charges losses usually, so let's just add a gross 10%. So about 125 euros for 2,262 kilometers. What do you think about it? Yeah, I find that quite impressive, and yeah, it has been a pleasure to drive this distance. I really like the car on long journeys. It's really spacious. It's really comfortable. The one thing I would like, it's ventilated seats. But other than that, yeah, the power, the stability of the car, the autopilot makes it very easy and very relaxing drive. But again, what do you think about this consumption? What do you think about what you have seen on this clip? And then what do you think about the cost for this journey? If you like it, if you find it interesting, please like, subscribe, and stay active on comments. Thank you for watching.